After the fun theory crafting stream that Jags just had with Only Trails and Cold One, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to fragments, and that's what today's video is going to be all about, so let's just dive right in. Before I dive into each of the fragments that we already know about, I wanted to go onto the old school wiki. You can come here, and it's under the Shattered Relics, Relic and Fragments page, and it shows everything we know about that we may not have like actual effects for, but they have shown in a video. So things like Smooth Criminal and Slash and Burn were shown, but they didn't actually show what was actually the effect of that. We have details on Unholy Warrior being 5%, 15%, and 30% level 1, 2, and 3 for melee attack accuracy. But then we also saw Unholy Ranger and Wizard. We only got a glimpse of what Unholy Ranger was, but we didn't actually see what level 2 and 3 was, and of course we didn't get anything for Unholy Wizard. We do also see some of the set effects that would be potential with just the base fragments, which is pretty cool. And if we scroll down here, we also see those three, which is Endless Knowledge, which is one we just got knowledge of, I believe. And then, of course, Knife's Edge and Last Recall were shown in the previous trailers. And I know everybody's been up in arms about how unpowerful a lot of these relics are because they're not relics. They are fragments, and they're little pieces of the actual overall relic that we know and love from each of the other leagues. So take that with a grain of salt, because some of these, yeah, they're a little underwhelming, but they do have some of their niche cases, and you have to kind of think outside the box when it comes to, hey, I could potentially be saving an hour or two, maybe using the Enchanted Jeweler, because maybe I decide to go to Zulrah and I'm going to be making lots of Rings of Recoil, or whatever you decide to do when you're leveling up your skills. And I think the best part about it is the dynamic mentality of what fragments are, being able to just take them off and put on new ones, level them up over time, and yeah, you get little bonuses. So actually, yeah, think of it as a bonus. These are all little bonuses. So Enchanted Jeweler is going to be a miscellaneous fragment. All the enchantment spells enchant X pieces of jewelry per cast for full XP. Again, use cases would be like Rings of Recoil, or maybe even doing some like Rings of Dueling, stuff like that, to maybe help out with teleportation stuff, and just saves a little bit of time here and there. Moving on to a Golden Brick Road. This is one of my favorite ones because I think agility is going to be slept on a little too much. There's a lot of tasks involved with agility, so don't sleep on agility. You'll be able to get a lot done with this. Plus, at level 1, when you get a Marks of Grace spawn, so you're having to do rooftop agility for this for sure, and that's pretty much what you're going to do most of the time anyway. You're going to get 4,000 coins, and then up to 7,000 and 15,000 with level 2 and 3 respectively. So that's pretty awesome, and that's like a way to just not go out to agility pyramid. I know drop rates are going to be boosted, and they may even be going above the 4 times or whatever 3 times it was last league. Mod Oasis was talking about that in the live stream, and he actually doesn't know, but he believes it's going to be going even higher. I don't remember if Marks of Grace were on that, so that would be really cool. If it was, then you'll be able to make a lot of cash pretty easily if you were wanting to hit that to 99. So keep that in mind. Next would be Hot on the Trail. Hot on the Trail is like one of my favorites as well, because I love doing clue scrolls, and there was a ton of tasks for clue scrolls. Do not underestimate clue scrolls. Last league, I get it because we had such limited areas. We have the whole world now, so I think this will be a very good one to get. Lighting Fires will give clue scrolls. Level 1, 2%, and level 2 is 5%. Level 3 is 10%, so that's pretty darn awesome. Next one we have is Mother's Magic Fossils. So level 1, the chance of obtaining fossils on Fossil Island and Motherlode Mine Goldie Nuggets are increased by 100%. Mage Training Arena points received are increased by 100%, and then it goes 200% and 300% respectively for each of the levels. This one also will probably be a slept on one. A lot of people weren't really too stoked about it. Mage Training Arena points is huge because I hate that place so much. I just did it on the group Ironman, so I think that's going to be great. So level that up, just have it equipped for the 8 hours, because that's going to be 8 hours to get it to level 3 for these fragments. So I would just do that and then go to those places. Don't maybe waste time going there unless you really want to do something there to get a couple little tasks done. Otherwise, I wouldn't grind it until level 3. But that's only 8 hours, so that's not a big deal. Next, we have Plank Stretcher. It's a production fragment. The chance of all types of planks to not be consumed in construction is 10%, 20%, and 50% for level 1, 2, and 3. Like, the 50% is actually pretty good. And we did get confirmed that doing mahogany homes is included, which is cool. I think a couple of people were asking that question, so that is nice. Anything to do with planks, you will be able to potentially save those planks from being consumed. So maybe something you pair up with going to Temperos or something, because you get a lot of flanks through there. I know Only Trails was mentioning that, and that's what I was considering because I'm going to be unlocking Teparaz pretty early. And this would be a pretty good one to get pretty early on. Then we have Praying Respects. I think this one was the newest one that kind of came out. It's a miscellaneous fragment. Level 1, bones and ashes are auto-buried and scattered with 50% XP. And it's on top of the League multiplier, as you can see on the bottom. So that's pretty darn cool. And then level 2 is 100% and level 3 is 200%. So definitely level that baby up because that's going to be really, really good. And I'm going to actually enjoy that because doing the prayer grind was kind of annoying. Now we get into some of the combat fragments. One is Slay All Day. This one I think was Sea Engineer's one that he revealed. Killing a Slayer monster on task will heal you for X amount. Level 1 is 1 hit point, level 2 is 2 hit points, and level 3 is 3 hit points. Again, it's not something that's crazy, but you have to think big picture. You have to think, what is this going to be connected with? If this is connected with some of the really good combat relics like Draining Strikes or something else that's going to be really good when you're doing Slayer, then that's potentially something that will be really awesome. And if you can go into a Slayer task and not have to pay too much attention, I'm totally down with that. Like, that's great. So this one could be a little bit slept on. It really just depends on what it's paired with. And this one is just huge in any case, no matter what it's paired with. It is called Thrall Damage, and at level 1, your Thralls have 100% increased max hit. And then it goes to 200 and 300%, and the damage will be rounded up. So that's like insane. I don't know the exact numbers on it. If somebody has all that details, you can definitely throw it down in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. I configured this is going to be like, you could throw a thrall down and almost have it do its job for you. Like, it's insane amount of damage that it can do. And I'm actually really excited to use these, especially going to God Wars, because I really haven't used Thralls too much. And then to top off the cake, we have a set effect given to us. It's called Endless Knowledge. It's going to require 4 fragments, and you receive an item that allows the player to switch the magic book freely. So that was something I think we had in the last league. It did get confirmed by Mod Oasis that you can right-click and change spellbook very freely and actively. It is meant to be used during combat situations, so that's really cool, and I'm pretty excited for that one. All right, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. That's pretty much everything that we know about all of the relics and the fragments. It's pretty cool. Lots of information coming out, so it's just kind of hard to keep up on, but we're going to try to keep going and plugging along pre-leagues, and then, of course, going through leagues, we're going to keep updates coming along. So definitely give it a like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace. Oh my gosh, 18? No way, there he is. No